My peeps. Meow, meow, meow. What is that? I've got a weird thing over there. What is going on with my set? Where's my set designer? Good morning or good evening, everybody. It's Wine with Dave. Look, it's wine o'clock. It's going to be wine o'clock for the next 60 minutes. If this is your first time here, go ahead and follow me. Up top, there's a little button. Like is good, but follow is better. It is, and I'm very, 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 very excited. See that? I don't know if can you see that right there? Can you see what that says? That says episode 80. It is episode 80. I am very, very, very excited. How cool is that, huh? 80 episodes. Since April 1st, I've been doing this just about every night. And then I took the summer off, just one night a week, and then went back to a 5-day schedule. Then said, what am I, crazy? And went back to one night. So I'm just Wednesday nights. That's it. That's final. That's where I'm going to go. Wednesday nights, Wine with Dave. When you think of the word wine, I want you to think of the W word, and I want you to think Wednesday, and I want you to go, I'm supposed to be doing something tonight. I'm drinking wine. It's Wednesday. Oh. Well, welcome, everybody. I have a guest on tonight that is far, far away. Moscow, Russia, to be exact. You like my Wine with Dave glasses? It could almost line up with the logo. Look at that. Whoa. Could almost line up with the logo. Drinking a little whiskey tonight. Whiskey with Dave tonight. We're going to get right into this. Yeah, I'm excited about my guest. Beautiful, magical, musical, ethereal, mysterious musician, singer, songwriter, psychedelic, acoustic, electronica. She's kind of everything. If you like to listen to music by the fire pit and just chill out and just sit in your backyard, yes, on a cold October night, and just let the fire kind of crackle away, and you just want to put headphones on and listen to music, you need to listen to tonight's guest. I am turning you on. Turning you on. Hey, my buddy Steve Harvey is in the house. Harvey in the house, Mr. Harvey, one of my oldest friends. How are you, my buddy? Who else is here? Dave Pickard, another old friend. It's old friends night. Dave, you look young though. You don't look old. You look really, really young. Ben there. Yeah, tonight is Russia night. Здравствуйте. Доброе утро. I know a bunch of words. Dobry den. Dobry вечер. Tonight is good evening is dobry вечер. Oh my gosh. Too much choot vodka. All right, I'm going to get into the next thing here, the next segment, and everybody likes this. All right, and I got only 2 questions for people to guess tonight. So on with the show, shall we? Leave a message. Tell me where you're from. Oh, and give me likes. If you click on the like button for this, it's kind of like giving me a buck. I kind of like that. I like likes. Привет. Yes. Здравствуйте. All right. Did you know that in the entire... Let me turn this down. This is feeding back for you guys. The entire state of Ohio in 1895, there were only 2 cars in the entire state. 2 cars on the road. And the driver of those 2 cars happened to crash into one another. What are the chances? They must have said, meet me downtown. All right. And then just kind of... The whole state of Ohio. Crazy, huh? This is good if you're a man and your wife says you don't listen. Men process other men's voices with the part of the brain that processes simple sounds such as car engines and machinery. How we process machinery and how things are clicking and that's how we process other men's voices. But we as men process female voices with the part of the brain that processes music. Ooh. So next time I don't hear my wife, I'm going to say, you got to play louder. You got to sing louder. That is good whiskey. Burns the throat. Hey, some Canadian police officers give out positive tickets to thank people for the good that they do. Yeah. Canadians, they're nice people. Did you know, and this is cool, there once was a man so dedicated to April Fool's Day, check this out, that he threw hundreds of tires into a dormant volcano in Alaska and set them on fire and took off, fooling the locals into thinking the volcano was active. That guy was dedicated. Did you know that scientists can grow bacon from stem cells? Come on, men. You don't need to buy it anymore. Don't need to kill the pig. Put your guns away. Yeah. All right, here's the first interactive. Are you ready? And I want you to start typing. Don't use Google because that's cheating, but you can if you want. And I've got fabulous prizes. What do I have? I've got fabulous prizes. I've got a guitar pick from Eddie Van Halen. Nope, sorry, from Guitar Center. Close enough. What actor was supposed to be the voice of Shrek? In fact, he recorded 80 to 90% of the lines. But he accidentally died of an overdose before they were finished. He was like a week away from finishing. Oh, I gave it away. It's a he. Well, obviously it's a he, it's Shrek. Who was that actor? He would have been Shrek. Just type it in if you know. Just say Shrek and then the guy's name. If his father hadn't changed his name in 1877, this is interesting, Adolf Hitler's name would have been Adolf Schicklgruber. That's Schicklgruber. That would have been a bad name. But Hitler, stuck with Hitler. When filming summer scenes in the winter, actors often suck on ice cubes just before the camera rolls. It cools their mouth so their breath don't condense in the cold air. Yeah, most summer scenes that you see, a guy and a girl sitting on a picnic, a little blanket in a park in New York City, hanging out, short sleeve shirt, whatever, sandals. It's actually winter. But they, ice cube kills the condensation so they can talk. So when they're speaking, there's no. That'd be weird if they didn't do that. You're seeing all these birds chirping and the music and the kids playing, kicking soccer balls behind them in a park, and then the guy's talking. Yeah, I really love you. And he just steam's coming out. Like what? Just saying. People are guessing. That's cool. Here's another one. A single strand of spaghetti is called what? Think about it. Spaghetti. What's a single strand of spaghetti? And I shared this the other night. Did you know Walt Disney decided to put trash cans no more than 30 steps apart in Disneyland after observing the average steps a person takes before dropping trash on the ground is roughly 30 steps? He wanted it clean. The first person sentenced to the stocks in Boston was Edward Palmer, who happened to build the stocks. What was his crime? Charging too much for building the stocks. True story. Who was that? I just said that like that guy on the radio. Who was that guy? I grew up listening to AM radio. My mom would be doing dishes in the kitchen on Newfield Avenue. You remember Dave Pickard, Steve Harvey. And he was like, and that's the rest of the story. Who was that guy? I don't know who that guy was. I forget his name, but I think I just said that last one, just like him. This is interesting if you guys are interested in movie trivia. In the movie credits, when you see two people's names, okay, but it's separated by an ampersand. Come on, Bob Goldberg. An ampersand or an and word, A-N-D, it means two different things. If two writers' names are joined by an ampersand, it meant they collaborated on the script. If their names are joined by an and, A-N-D, then they worked on the script at different times. That's cool. Come on, Goldberg. I knew you. I thought of you, Bob. I'm glad you're watching tonight because that's a cool one. Here we go. Another one. When The Princess and the Frog came out, 50 children were hospitalized with salmonella from kissing real frogs after the movie. Guy Fawkes. You know Guy Fawkes? He's the real reason that men are called guys. And lastly, smelling apples or bananas can help you lose weight. I shared that the other night. I just wanted to share that again. All right, so we're done with that. We're done with Did You Know? We're done with Did You Know? So let's add them all up and see what you got here. Dave Pickard, Ben there. Yeah, Ben to Russia. Privyet. Privyet. Dobry dien. And if you're going to have just everyone in Russia, when they have their vodka, they go choot-choot. Choot-choot means little by little, I think. A little bit. All right. Let's see. We got two. How many questions are we? Okay, single strand of spaghetti. Dave Pickard, spaghetto. Did you guess that the other night? Were you cheating? Bob Goldberg, it's Italian, so spaghetto. Singular. Okay, we got two winners. Dave Pickard, good day. All right, no one else is guessing, but someone guessed on the other. So it is spaghetto. If you drop a single strand of spaghetti, it's spaghetto. All right, who was the actor? Who was the voice actor for Shrek? He was signed on. He was a week away from finishing almost 90% of his lines, and he had an overdose before they were finished, and they had to bring in Mike Myers, right? He became Shrek. Bob Goldberg got it right. Chris Farley would have been Shrek. Someone has all those audio lined up with this. That would have been interesting. I like to check out YouTube and see. Someone must have recreated a bunch of scenes with. He was in 80% of it, right? Bob Gold, better start sniffing more apples. That's right. You can lose weight. Vodka, niet. You don't do vodka? Vodka, da. Da for me. Although recently, not really. All right, what do we got? What's going on today? What is going on today? Let's see. It's a big day today, guys. It's a big day today. Today is, are we ready? Yes, it's this day right here. Today is National Chocolate Day. October 28th recognizes one of the world's favorite tastes. While many specific chocolate-related holidays exist throughout the year, National Chocolate Day celebrates all things chocolate. As America's favorite flavor, chocolate is well deserving of its own day of honor. And this is interesting. Research has found that chocolate, when eaten in moderation, can lower blood pressure. So sniffing bananas and apples and eating chocolate can lower your blood pressure and you can lose weight. I'm going to tell my wife that. My wife, look at that. Oh, look at that chocolatey goodness. Look at that. There it goes. There it goes. There's smash right on the blackboard. All right, so it's National Chocolate Day. Enjoy your chocolate. I was thinking of buying, there's a bear out, Younglings, I don't know how you pronounce it. Somebody help me out. They have a Hershey chocolate, Younglings, I don't know. I might try it. Who knows? Are you a fan of pop rock music in the 70s? Well, this should bring back some memories. It was October 28th, 1978. Remember this guy? Nick Gilder went number one. Hot Child in the City. Running hard and looking pretty. Despite the song's innocence and catchy pop stylings, the tune by Nick Gilder is based on Gilder's experience witnessing child prostitution. Did not know that. And he says, I've seen a lot of young girls, 15 and 16, walking down Hollywood Boulevard with their pimps. Their home environment drove them to distraction, so they ran away, only to be trapped by something far worse. It hurts to see that, so I tried writing from the perspective of a lecher in the guise of an innocent pop song. I kind of knew that, but didn't really know that. So I'm going to play that tonight when we're done, and maybe I'm going to listen to my guest's music. I think I'm going to do that instead. I'll listen to Nick Gilder tomorrow. But anyway, went number one, 1978. Where were you in 1978? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I was 6. Was I 16? Something like that. Hot Child in the City. Nice. Hey, it's someone's birthday today. Guess what day it is? October 28th. Someone just turned 51. Ben Hopper. Anybody like Ben Hopper? American singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, born Benjamin Chase Hopper. First-time Grammy Award winner, winning awards for Best Pop Instrumental Performance and Best Traditional Soul Gospel Album in 2005. Ben Hopper. He's good. I don't own anything by him, but, he's good. I think he's good. Before I bring my guest on, I got to have another sip of this. These are my Wine with Dave glasses. Actually, these are my Wine with Dave glasses. I got to wear these for the show. But this is my Wine with Dave glass. I said it wrong. I've been getting slightly less people viewing the videos, and I think it's because the name is Wine with Dave and the Facebook police are not letting it be on everyone's feed for as long. I don't know. Maybe I'm drinking live. I don't know. The Facebook police. I wonder. All right. What do we got? Next week. So next Wednesday, I've got a really awesome guest. It's a young abstract painter from Providence, Rhode Island. I believe she's from Providence. Her name is Luz Maria Sosa. And Dave Pickard was 15. I was 16. I'm a year older than you. Bill Gates' birth. That's right. And I was going to put Bill Gates up, but I didn't. He doesn't need any props. He's got enough money. The birthday he's having tonight, my gosh, it's amazing. All right. I digress. I have squirrel syndrome. I jump to different places. So Luz Maria Sosa is an abstract painter, young woman, found her on Instagram, loved her stuff, and she's so excited. She's going to be on next Wednesday. But tonight you're in for a special treat. Oh yeah, all the way from Moscow, Russia, is an experimental folk musician and songwriter. The very beautiful Riya Volkova is here with me. I could listen to her blend of acoustic and electronic music all night long. Check it out. Hello, Ria. How are you tonight?
Hello, I'm sleepy. I'm
I.
sorry.
That's okay. It's really late in Moscow, so I'm glad you decided to stay up and do this interview. But I love your music. I've been following you on Instagram and Facebook, and it's absolutely beautiful, gorgeous music. I love it.
Thank you.
Uh,
I'm glad.
yeah, so you play out a lot. You play at concerts. I've been noticing that's really good, right?
Yes, I play concert and I have a new team, a new company, and new players in my project.
Oh, wow.
And
Well, so let's just start with the style of music. Your music is very ancient, it's very old, but it's very new. So, what style of music do you consider playing? What is that style?
so if I try to designate my style, I will associate it with world music, maybe. But world music is so different, so it will be more correctly if I name it electronic folk music,
Mm,
I think, because I use contemporary sounds and pads and rhythms and try to mix it with native melodies and texts of northern ethnic groups.
mm-hmm. Yeah, it's beautiful, and you've got a lot of different instruments you work with. I notice you have, looking at your not your website, but YouTube, you're blowing a horn, and you've got zithers, and you've got different instruments. And it's really fascinating. I love that stuff. But how many people are in your project right now?
Um, Actually, I made my first album by myself, and then I invited a bass guitarist,
Mm-hmm.
and music became more um, uh, deep, deeper, became deeper. So but we decided to invite also a drummer, electronic drummer, and now he's playing with his controllers or pads. Um, you mean uh, you, uh, contemporary pads?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. That's good.
small, yes.
Now, do you use when it's just you playing? I think it sounds like you're using a looper, like a looping
uh,
pedal. Are you doing a looper?
yes, I like to experiment. I like um, to make experiments with my looper and with sounds of my instrument, and I try to make unusual sounds. Uh, in the song Welly, I tried to make sound with a small piece of string.
Mm-hmm.
A rhythm at the beginning is a small piece of string, and I just recorded it in loop, and so it was the rhythm was based on this sound.
Wow. Yeah, that little strange sound in the beginning that's just rotating and then you're looping. Is that how you tend to write music? You just find an interesting sound and then build a song around that?
Yes, um I always try to make unusual sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Also, uh, I have unusual instruments, ancient instruments. So, but I want more,
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
uh,
We all want more.
more and more. Yes.
Now, I'm sure you own a balalaka, right?
Um, no, we have another group with balalaika, and
Yeah.
we song Russian songs, Slavonic songs, and with bass and drums, live drums, and it's another project, and
Wow.
it's a different sound. has different sound. So mm, this is an Earth project uh, with Kantele. Kantele is like Gusli or psaltery theater, but Karelian and
Y-
Finnish
Yep, curling.
psaltery.
So in America we call that a zither. So it looks like, I don't know, 12 strings, 15 strings. So what is that called again in Russian?
Kantele
Kantelin
in Karelia, yes.
in Karelia.
Gusli, Gusli in Russia.
Okay. Now I
And
noticed that you. Well, let me just go back. So, do you have any instruments there in your room right now?
oh, I have so many instruments and
Well, show 'em- Do you
uh,
have a favorite? You don't have to play. I just want to see like a favorite one you have.
uh, okay.
Oh wow,
I do you see it because it's so big. Uh, um,
wow. So now you have a microphone in the sound hole, and you have one in the front just to get a variety of sounds and different acoustic sounds.
mm, can you repeat?
Yeah, it looks like you have two microphones, two, and one goes inside the hole in the middle, and one's on the
Uh,
other side.
yes. You mean the
Yes.
yes. Okay. The first one isn't doesn't work good, so
Oh,
we try put microphone contact microphone. Yes,
okay.
AKG.
Oh,
Yes,
nice.
and it sounds good.
Now, do you put your instruments through effects a lot, or do you like to play it mostly straight?
I like effects, of course,
Yeah.
but we have in Russia there isn't good sound at in clubs or in festivals. So uh, and my instrument is so rare, and sound designers and sound you know regisseurs
Yeah,
they
yeah.
can't um, to make my sound good and so and effects I mean that effects I use effects only in recording
Mm-hmm.
and in our other project in Kivini Yemi Slavonic music there is another instrument that is more like guitar.
Okay.
So it it sounds good, and it sounds like a pad or mm, piano with effects.
Right.
And this one, because he's smaller, and it is smaller, and this one is big,
Yeah.
and the sound is I don't know how to say in English.
Deeper.
Um, no, resonance
Okay. Right.
become more louder,
Mm.
loud became louder.
Yeah.
So it's a problem. It's a big problem to make a sound that you want in big place.
Yeah.
So sometimes I use effects, sometimes I can't use it. But
Oh wow.
in songs, I try to make unusual sound and to, you know,
It sounds like if you played at a very small place with a few people, everyone's quiet and you could play the acoustic instruments. But in a big
um,
club with the drums, you got to like get that volume real loud. That's got to be
yeah,
difficult.
Yes, it's the
with
second
acoustic
project.
instruments?
Yes, Kiviniyeme. And the first project we like to do translations in room and our home at home, so
Mm-hmm.
it can sound good. So, but mostly we have electronic
Mm-hmm.
sounds.
I think it's beautiful. I love it. So tell me about what you were like as a little girl. As a little girl growing up, little Davichka. Were you playing guitar, balalaika? What did you start with?
No, I don't like balalaika.
No, no.
Sorry. Mm, I hope that my companion doesn't hear it. So, um, I played the guitar,
Mm-hmm.
the guitar. So, and I played the piano and the flute, and I sang. So uh, I don't remember. It was all my life that I'm playing something
Right.
all my life. So
Mm.
it was. I don't remember what was the first.
Yeah. Just always playing. That's great. That's I can relate to that. Just always wanting to find instruments. So what is it about acoustic instruments that's really attractive to you? Because you could easily just play guitar and plug it in and play rock and roll real loud, but you just really you went backwards. You went to the old traditional acoustic. Do you like history?
Yes, I like, of course, and I like the history that lives now in our us.
Oh, okay.
These traditions are we can see it now in other people that that live near you, and you can see it every day, and it's very interesting to designate it.
Yeah, yeah.
And the Karela in Karela and Karelian folks and folk songs, I can see very beautiful images. And for example, a baby is like branch under the water, and it's very unusual and deep, I think. Um, the text of old texts are very deep
Mm,
um, and full of sense.
right. So you recorded an album called Mary. Tell me
Yes.
about the instruments that you used recording that.
Yes. So it was kantele. First
Yep.
of all, I played kantele and different types of kantele because I don't remember. I have 10 kanteles.
Wow. You have really small ones too. I've seen in the video. Really, really tiny, little, very small. They're pretty little things.
Yes, they have different sound
Mm-hmm.
and timbre and voices.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in Mary, I played kantele, so it's Karelian psaltery, yes. And then I used horn, Slavonic horn,
Yep.
uh,
Slavonic horn.
as shepherd horn.
Right. I didn't think you could get a lot of notes out of that. You were playing like many notes in that shepherd horn. I thought it was
Uh,
just one note. You just blow it.
uh, no, it has many notes, yes.
Many notes. Many notes. There's a video. So for everybody watching this interview, there's she's got so many. Riya has so many videos out that you could just spend all day watching them. And one of them, Ria, it's got you on a rock and you're barefoot in a dress playing the shepherd horn, and it's just it's beautiful how it just like you play it right off the water, and it just sounds so natural and beautiful. It's like it's made for that, and I love that you do a lot of videos for your songs. It really puts you in that place. We get to see how the instrument sounds, but also where it sounds best.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Who you have a friend doing all your video
uh,
production?
yes, I have this one, and I'm so glad that I have him
Yeah,
around.
it's really lighting up your Instagram channel. So talk about your language that you use in your songs. It's not all Russian, correct?
Uh, yes, sometimes I use my language, but I try to make takes with old lullabies,
Oh,
and
syllabus, yeah.
lullaby, yes, and I like the north and cultural variety of northern peoples,
Mm-hmm.
and I have songs in Karelian dialects, particularly North Karelian and South Karelian. And people who live in South Karelia are called Liviki, and they also live so close to us and Leningrad region. But there aren't many of them nowadays, so
Mm.
not each Livik can speak his language, and so few people know about this ethnic group. And I'm interested in it, and I want to find more old songs and forgotten songs and make them contemporary. And
Mm.
I have a song in my album uh, that the first song in my album is the song of people Seto. And this is also Finno-Ugrian ethnic group, but closer to Estonians. The Seters, they mainly live in area near Estonia.
Estonia,
Uh,
okay.
is in Russia, but near Estonia, and in Setomaa, the land of Seto. Setomaa.
Mm. Now, do you do any
And
Finnish,
they,
Swedish, or Finnish language?
I'm learning it, and I'm trying to learn it.
Yeah,
Uh,
it sounded like you were speaking that or singing that. Not that I know it well, but some of the words they don't sound Russian. They sound like they're from that region up there.
you know that Karelian is a mix of Russian and Finnish.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
The Livik language, Livik dialect.
There must be a lot of folk songs in Karelian.
Yes, of course, but they are almost unknown. It's very amazing that so few people can say anything about them,
Wow.
and so few people song them, and I don't know why.
Hmm. Do you feel like you want them to live on? So you're playing the music so it can live on?
Yes, of course I think that it must live,
Hmm.
and maybe I think I feel my blood because my grandma said me that we have Finnish or Karelian roots.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there you go. That makes sense. Um, so how well do you know these languages that you're singing in? Do you know them very well, or just a little bit, just enough to sing?
I'm learning the Livik language, living dialect, so South Karelian dialect
Mm-hmm.
and Finnish. Um, and I'm going to learn all the Karelian dialects There are so many,
Wow.
and
You got to love languages to go after that.
yes, because I'm philologist.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, I studied Greek, ancient Greek, and Latin,
Oh, wow. There you
but I
go.
don't remember anything.
You don't remember them all, no.
Yes,
So, are you living in Moscow or just outside of Moscow?
uh, I'm living near Moscow,
Near Moscow,
uh,
yeah.
in the small town Zelenograd, and it is near Moscow, but uh, all call this Moscow.
Yeah.
It's strange system that we have many other towns between Moscow and us, but we are also Moscow.
Right, you're all pulled together. I was in Moscow in 1998. No, I'm sorry, 2008. No, was it? Yeah, 2008. We adopted two children from Russia, and so we were in Bashkiria, Ufa. We were in Ufa, right above Kazakhstan, and then we spent time there, and then we went to Moscow and Arbat Street. Spent time there on Arbat Street with all the musicians. That was beautiful. Went to Red Square. We had a great time. I fell in love with Russia and the culture and really good food. I was surprised.
I think you didn't see Russian culture
No,
in
not
Moscow.
much. We did go to. We saw Tchaikovsky. Well, we didn't see Tchaikovsky. He's been dead, but we heard Tchaikovsky in Moscow. Was it the Moscow Theater? I don't quite remember, but it was where Tchaikovsky would play a lot of his music, and it was beautiful, beautiful. So we were taken there. We met someone that in America who knows someone over there in Moscow that said, "I'll take you around." So he took us everywhere, Gorky Park, all up and down. I can't remember the name of some of the streets, but it was great. So tell me about some of the projects that you're working on now. How many musical groups do you have?
I have two
Two.
groups and projects, and the first is Karelian folk music, and the second one is Russian Slavonic folk music. But the first one is more electronic and with atmospheric sounds, but the second one is more live and rock. I think psychedelic folk rock. Uh,
Do you prefer one over the other, or you just like the creativity of the electronic, but you like to be in a
um,
bigger group?
I think that I can't live without two projects because
Ah,
it's like to the sun and moon. Because moon, I it means that I can create my music my by myself, and then
wow.
I show my musicians that they must do. Of
Yeah.
course, it's not so, you know, it's they are free. But the second project, we make music together and in real time.
That's great. That's really good. So is the pandemic reaching Russia? Are you guys wearing masks? How is that over there in Moscow?
Yes, we must wear
Yeah.
but you you know it can be in underground. I was now at repetition in underground, Moscow underground, and there are no one.
Oh no.
But
Yeah, yeah. Shh. We
yeah,
won't tell anybody.
yes, we didn't see anyone with mask.
We'll send Putin after you. Putin will come and take you away.
Yes.
No, well, that's good. It's good to know that everyone is experiencing COVID-19 around the world. So we all, but I heard Russia wasn't getting it as much. So that's interesting. But we're getting hit with COVID on the east coast of America. So and now the mid country, in the middle of the country, is a lot of spiking. A lot more people are getting it. So it's different. I don't know how long it's going to last, and it's affecting musicians here because they can't play. They can't go out and play their music live. So a lot of them are just writing music. They're staying home, writing music, sending files to their other musician friends, and just working out songs together. But yeah. So is there anything else you'd like to say? Anything that's what does the future hold for you?
I think that this time is a time of electronic music. So it's time for live shows in internet.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw Twitch. Do you know Twitch? Um, it's a channel or a site
Oh,
website.
Twitch. Yeah.
Yes, there's so many musicians that are music, and I think it is it. We are now we are at the step that can change our life, and
Mm-hmm.
I think that the future of musicians is Twitch or
Yeah.
such projects, such
Yeah.
tools.
YouTube or Twitch. I heard of Twitch. I've gone on there. My son goes on there. A lot of gamers are on there, and they're just like. Tuk, tuk, tuk. But I've seen artists on there drawing and painting. I don't think I've seen a lot of musicians, but I should dig deep. There's a lot of people on Twitch, so
Yes, and
I'll have to explore that a little bit. So listen, I love your music, and I want to just tell everybody out there to follow Riya Volkova. I said it right. At Riya Volk Music. It's actually Riya underscore Volk underscore music. And she's on YouTube. She's on Instagram. I believe it's the same. Yeah, if you just do Riya Volk Music on Instagram, you can find her. And please follow her. And she's great. Look, you've been awesome. You've been very, very good, Riya. Thank you so much for being on the show.
thank you.
Yes, and I'm going to promote you. And so this video is going to live for many, many days. Well, it'll never die. And hopefully we'll get people to listen more to your music here in America.
Yes, I hope, and I hope that I will see you like uh, my neighbor,
Yeah,
and on the other side of this
yeah,
screen.
right, right. We're only next door on the screen. Yeah, so
Yes.
and I'd like to have you when you do more music. I'd like to have you back on the show in 2021 next year.
Oh, next year.
Yeah, maybe February or March. We can see how things are going. I want to have a lot of the guests that I've had in 2020 back in 2021. So
Yes.
yeah, I
We
just
we record a new album, so I hope that I will show you it.
oh yes. Well, we'll stay in touch, and I'll have to remember where that is and tell me when that comes out, and we'll promote it. We'll promote it on there. Are you drinking anything tonight? Any vodka?
Just no,
No choo choo.
just water.
No choo choo.
Shoot,
Well,
shoot.
you know what I do? I call this a virtual clink. It's like clink. So if you want to hold, let me see. Yeah, hold your glass there and then move it to left, and we'll crash together. Ready? We'll do in
Okay.
three. Three, two, one. Oh, nice. That was very good. Good timing. I'm having American whiskey.
Oh,
I don't think you get whiskey in Russia.
Yes, we have, but not good whiskey.
Not good. When I was in Moscow, I asked someone at the airport, "What's the best vodka?" And they said, "Russian Standard." So I got Russian Standard, and it is really good. Very, very
Uh,
good.
Also Tundra.
Tundra, yeah.
It's called Tundra.
I don't know if they have that here in the States, but I'll have to try that. Listen, when we're going to play another one of your songs right when we're done with this interview, and I'll let people hear another song of yours, and we will just stay connected.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thank
I
you.
hope.
Thank you so much for making this beautiful music.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
bye bye, Ria.
Bye. Goodbye.
Bye.
Пока. Спокойной ночи.
Yes. До свидания.
До свидания.
Пока-пока.
Пока.
До свидания. You gotta love that, huh? Wow, she was awesome. She was so cool. Riya Volkova. Hey, give us some likes if you like that interview. She stayed up late for that. 7 hours difference. And wow, what music. You got to really follow her. Please follow her, okay? Because that's the whole goal of the show, to really highlight other creatives and business owners and all that stuff. So it's not about me. It's me trying to kind of get the word out about other people. And I love meeting new, interesting people. And man, Instagram, you find the most interesting people. Next week, Luz Sosa. Sorry, I keep. Oh my gosh, these names. Let's see. Hold on. Sosa, Luz Sosa. She's going to be on. She's a young abstract painter. I'm going to have her on the show. And I even told her today, I said, you better get painting, something like that. Like, you better start painting even a whole lot more, because I want to show a lot of artwork on the show and talk to her about, what inspires her and all that. So she'll be on next Wednesday at 9 o'clock. Totally looking forward to that. Love. Oh, she's here. Luz, no worries. No stress, right, Luz? So she's going to be on the show. Great painter. Buy her artwork, okay? I want you to not just show up and watch the show. Just pull out your wallets, people. Come on, buy artwork. Let's build this economy. One entrepreneur at a time. That was great. Yeah, but go ahead and follow Riya Volkova. She was beautiful. She's a malinka devichka. She's a little girl. I don't know a lot. I know probably 20 Russian words, but I can't piece them all together. So I'll say things like fox, ball, toilet, okay. People car. Strawberries, bad, fart. I can't speak in sentences. It's just, Anyway, including Moscow University. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Oh, right. I was asking you about the seven. What's the Seven Sisters? The seven inspired buildings in Moscow. That's right. You were there, and I remember them saying that. Completely forgot about that. Moscow University. And also there was there's an education university, not Moscow. Maybe that's what they told us it was. Anyway, that's the Seven Sisters of Moscow. It's all these universities, all these buildings in Moscow. Hey, next week I'm looking forward to Luz Sosa, and I always try to close with a quote. It's a little early. It's 9:54, but thanks for hanging in there. If you don't follow my show, I try to build up locals and people that are halfway across the world at 4 a.m. in the morning. I wake them out of bed, I interview them, and I send them off to bed, but I build them up, and hopefully people can follow their page, and then they'll look at it the next day and go, wow, that was a great interview. I got a bunch of followers in America. This is a big deal for her. She was really excited. She was telling me, or she was texting her friends. I could see some quotes she was putting on Instagram. I'm going to be in America tomorrow night. That's a big deal. So guys, please if you're bored, just go to Instagram, look it up. Look up her name, please. Riya Volkova, R-I-Y-A, Volk. Just, you don't have to say the whole name. R-I-Y-A, V-O-L-K, music. Riya Volk. Riya Volk, music. And just follow her. I just want her to know that she's got some American followers. That's big over there. We're big news. We're big in Japan, as Tom Waits says. Thanks, Dave, says Dave Pickard. Yeah, no problem, Dave. Dave Pickard. Light. What is the light? I don't know what I think I know what the light means. First word my son learned. Did you remember that? Did you remember that? That's interesting. How do you remember that? The first word my son learned, English word in America. Actually, we're in Moscow. He was in the airport and he looked up. He looked at my wife. He was holding her hand and he pointed up and she goes, light. And he repeated. He goes, light. That was his first word. I'm going to get choked up. So, Bob, knock it off. Don't choke me up on my show. That's not cool. That's not cool. Okay, needs that spelling tomorrow. Great interview. Brian DeLuca. What's going on, man? Hey, listen, I close with a joke. They're not always good jokes. Sometimes they are. Sometimes they're not. Tonight, I don't know. I don't know if anyone's going to get it. I just got to say that it takes guts to be an organ donor. And a lot of heart. Yeah. A lot of heart. And a lot of guts. Good night, everybody. I am going to watch Cursed. It's a great series. My wife and I are hooked. Go watch it. It's well done. It's well done. And don't forget to follow Riya Volk Music, please. Next Wednesday, Luz Sosa in the house. Painting. Abstract. Cool.